All right. Hey guys,
Hey,
how's it going?
great.
Good.
What about you?
All right, wonderful. So guys, I'm here, I would say, on behalf of Posthuman DAS community. It's governance tooling for operating our distributed validator. And so we started our own token on Juno, like I would say 2 years ago or something. And our main pool was with Juno token. And currently, once Windex was like stopped updating and operating properly, we decided to stop the pool for a while, and now we are holding only its liquidity. So we have around 30K of Juno for now, and so now it's already open discussion about the future of these tokens, and community is not really like happy about the current state of Juno, and I would like to ask you a couple of questions to just like deliver the current situation on Juno, and I would like to also like kind of know a little bit about the plans of you guys, because like just for your information, I really excited of what you are doing, and I guess that Juno should be developing and live and only have the good future. So if you are open to questions, I would ask few. I would try to ask it quickly, and if you will not want to respond, it's okay. You just could say that, all right, that's the question. We don't want to respond, and we will leave it for the another call or something else. Like everything is will be accepted.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Oh, wonderful. So the main question is what Juno is now currently. So previously it was like a layer 1 solution for like different projects to be something like Ethereum, but on the Cosmos. But now it's something different, right?
Okay, that's a good question. So for context, I think the charter haven't voted on anything regarding the Juno vision or what is Juno right now. So we can answer, but it will be like personal opinions. So my personal opinion is, of course, we are still layer 1. We are still a smart contract platform, which is completely permissionless, but we are also the most decentralized chain in the entire crypto space. And I think we have huge opportunities thanks to the charter and the decentralized structure that we have.
Can I answer this?
Sure,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Juno is the same intentions that it was, like in terms of it's an L1, it's a smart contract platform. It's still innovating in terms of the technical resources that are available, the modules that are available are getting started on Juno. where Juno is focusing, I think, in my opinion, again, we're talking about that, is to be a credibly neutral chain where anyone can come and build on it, and they're not going to compete with the team operating the chain. I think what you find in almost every other chain in the Cosmos is the builders that decide to come and build on a chain are often competing with the core team or with other incentives that are not publicly disclosed. So like the conversation we're having now, the talks we have with any team, any proposals that come forward, it's all public, it's documented. Everybody should have a fair and equal access to the information about how the chain is operating, including expenses, including relationships of the members that are making decisions on behalf of the community. So what I would hope people take away from when they look at Juno and working with Juno or building on Juno is that they're going to be treated equally as everyone else, and that we're all going to have an opportunity to make Juno better at the same, it's equitable in terms of opportunity. And I don't think that, as Dimi says, when you're talking about the most decentralized chain, I think in the Cosmos on Juno, you have some of the greatest equity in opportunity of any chain.
Oh, wonderful, thank you. Answering to question from Copeboy, like why it shouldn't be layer 1 anymore. I don't think that it shouldn't be. I guess it should be. I like this approach, and that's completely fine to me. I was just looking at some videos from the Twitter, and maybe it was said by Jake, or I don't remember the exact person who said this or where it was, but I just like remember this, that there was in a discussion that it's something like a chain to let everyone develop everything on it and just go to another one. That was what I've seen like for the last year. Maybe if I'm wrong, please like correct me about this. So the next thing is I agree with everyone who's typing in the chat right now. Next question is, many of users are complaining about the like financial situation on Juno, but as I've heard today, you still have some funds in treasury, and it's like obvious. I could check it on the Minscan and like whatever. So currently Juno is becoming more decentralized because there are new departments are popping up, and you are trying to create some how should I say this, like a distributed operations, like consoles for different for various things, such as marketing, such as development, and so on, right?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. It's scaling out the responsibilities and making those availability of those for anybody to participate in helping to scale out those responsibilities. To speak specifically to what Juno is doing as well, is we just had yesterday in the same channel a presentation from DApp developer support roles. So one of the things that Juno is putting initiative on is actually having a dedicated support personnel of developers that understand and use CosmWasm and Cosmos SDK and can help teams deploy and work through technical issues of their deployment. Like directly available. You can read the proposal that was presented. You can listen to the recording from yesterday. So really, when you talk about like what is Juno doing and what's the situation and what it's trying to do, is it's trying to provide a platform for people to get past the technical hurdles of getting their projects launched, and give them the tools to be able to do that.
Cool. So I will definitely listen to the recording, and the next question is about the DAODAO. I've heard that there is some conversation happening. So like just hypothetically, DAODAO could like stop operating on Juno chain, or they could just stop updating the current software, or what's happening to this?
Dimi, I think you have quite a bit of experience on this. Do you want to answer?
Yeah, I don't understand completely the question. So is it about core development or app development? Like, can you specify more?
There is also a question in the chat. Where did you read about DAODAO stopping? I didn't read it anywhere. I just asking about so in the context what I've heard today, I've heard that there is a open conversation between DAODAO, but I didn't get the whole context. I just wanted to clarify this thing.
Okay, yeah. Basically, a few months ago, actually, I think in December, if I'm not wrong, the DAO, so the DAO that managed DAODAO, put up a proposal to basically stop the agreement that we had with them, where basically the Juno community owns 10% of the total supply of DAO tokens. And that, of course, caused a lot of drama. And therefore, basically, the operations department in behalf of the community started speaking to DAODAO to understand why they wanted to stop it. And we tried to find a resolution to that. And at the end, basically, after all the discussions, nothing is happening. So the old agreement that the DAODAO had with the Juno community is still in place. The Juno community will get 10% of the tokens, and we are giving DAODAO some Junos in exchange. So everything is still in place. DAODAO is keep developing, and is still a project born on Juno, and a project that is heavily utilized in on Juno. So I think everything is fine.
Is it? Am I get it correct that it's not about like development? Mostly, it's more about like a token exchange agreement.
Yeah, that's correct. Like a while ago, the DAODAO had a proposal on chain on Juno, where they were asking some funds from the treasury in exchange of 10% of the total DAO tokens. And the community voted yes, DAO community voted yes as well, and that agreement is still in place. So basically, if DAODAO is a successful project, Juno will have a huge return because we have the DAO tokens.
Now that's like absolutely clear why the question is on air. So, all right. Next question is about the current projects which are operating on Juno. Are there any projects under like development or some teams that are working on Juno currently, or any plans or any plans of some projects to start building or utilize Juno infrastructure?
That's a good question. So of course the council doesn't have a complete overview of every single project building on Juno. We only have a view of the RFPs that we are publishing as a council. And we published an RFP for the first DApp that we want to sponsor on building on Juno, which is a decentralized exchange. And there is a team that applied to it. And probably they will start working soon, as soon as some details are figured out. And I can speak for myself, and also with my team. We are building some stuff, and we will release it quite soon. So, but yeah, I mean, we don't have an overview of everything.
I would say, just to add to that too, one of the up and coming projects, I can't even remember is it the Cuties, right? From Atlas now. Those are, it's not the Cuties. Which one is it? The NFT project? They're using DAODAO on Juno, right?
16 something, I don't remember.
Oh, and then there's Event 16 is coming. White Whale collaboration with Tank. There's White Whale's own DEX. Backbone Labs is coming with an NFT marketplace, I believe. The Necropolis, is that the word one it is? So there's various projects that are in the works. One of the things we did when we started figuring out what should we do, because there was a lot of initiative or motivation to build apps, right? And develop apps to get people to come to Juno. But when we were talking with other teams and development projects on why they're already not building on Juno, a lot of the feedback we received was that it's hard to do work on Juno. Nobody talks to you. There isn't a support network when we have technical issues. So some of the conversation, which is the same way that the council came about, was, well, maybe we need to fix the structural issues before we just start building more stuff. So if the issue is that it's hard to build on a chain for teams that want to build on the chain, then perhaps we should provide resources to make the availability of building on the opportunity of building on the chain cost less for teams, right? Reduce the technical overhead or the learning curve to be able to deploy projects.
Wonderful. That's really good to know. Can I say that it's something like a new episode of Juno is happening right now, like another rebirth?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we are trying to do. The first step was to basically fix the organizational structure of Juno, and that's what the charter is doing. And I guess now we are, I'd say, 90% operative in that sense. Of course, things can be improved, and we will do that in the next iteration of the charter, but that's done. And I think the next steps will be make Juno chain more active on projects, building on Juno, more stuff for the users to play with. So yeah, if you see this as a rebirth, then indeed it is.
True. Also, I would like to ask, is there anything how community could help, like with anything like?
Yeah, I think the most useful thing that the community can do is giving the council and the charter itself as many feedbacks as possible. Basically, also maybe suggesting what they want to see, what they don't want to see. All this kind of stuff is very useful to shape the future of Juno. Since we are such a decentralized structure, any single opinion matters. And for example, you are now speaking in the highest, let's say, meeting for the Juno organization. So the fact that you can do it, it's already a nice goal, and any single member of the community could do it and provide their feedbacks and shape Juno in the best, like how they like. So I think giving feedbacks is the best thing that the community can do, and also keep playing with Juno, interacting with anything that is going to be launched, and yeah, basically stay active.
Yeah, I strongly
And I would
agree on this. Yeah.
I would just add too that one of the things that we're seeing going forward with Juno, and you're seeing this in a transparent and open process, which again I think is fairly unique to the Cosmos. I know Neutron kind of has some things going on, but you're seeing RFP roles go out, like requests for proposals from anyone. So we're sitting and we're having these conversations like you've listened today, saying, okay, this is where we have a deficiency. This is something that we see could relieve pressure or stress on people who want to build on Juno. So this members of the departments that work with it, because the council doesn't have any members. You're talking to 3 departments today that are made up of 5 members each. So we are the representatives of these departments that have come together in this meeting to collaborate. And what we're trying to do is to define things that can improve Juno based on the feedback we get from the community and based on observations, collecting data, evaluating things, having these discussions, and then presenting a request to the community to come and solve that problem. So, but we're doing this in a transparent way, where what you've seen in the past, where we call the community pool robbers situation, right? Or the community pool asks all the time. We've transitioned Juno away from that in a way where anybody can come to Juno with a good idea. The council and the departments will refine that idea into something that can be executed, and then present that idea back out to the community to provide concrete executable proposals on how to solve that, and then evaluate those objectively, like as becoming the moderator to determine, which of these ideas is best to deliver the needs of Juno. And all of the people making those decisions are directly elected through the community, through the validators and through the Juno stakers. So we had elections in January and I think again in February or December. And so again, like people who want to get involved in this process, this is an open and transparent process. And I think we can scale this out to the amount of people who want to contribute.
That's, I would say, the thing that I'm really excited about Juno. That's these vibes are amazing.
Thanks, man.
And that's actually why I still around Juno, because it's not that difficult to communicate as it might be seen from a side, but that's it's really good thing. I guess that's basically it from my side. If anyone wants to like add something, or
I do have one thing I'll add, since now I'm on a roll and I've had a lot of coffee. I'll say that, like, inherently as human beings, we all want to be treated fairly, right? I mean, that is fundamentally, we want to feel like when we're interacting with each other in a culture, in a community, that we're being treated equally and fairly. And if we consider that crypto and blockchain and all these things are games, right? And we're just playing by rules that we make up, then part of that is that we should know that the rules are fair. Nobody wants to play a game where they're in the middle of the game and somebody changes the rules on them and they have no control over that. And so a lot of the intention of what we're doing with the transparency, with the documentation, with these meetings, with all of the organization being open and available, and like you're having this discussion and conversation now, is we want to feel, and not only feel, but we want to actually enforce that the rules are public, transparent, and fair for everyone, and that we're all getting treated equally if you're working on Juno.
sounds really good. And fair. I would like to ask you, are you okay if I will like publish this recording to YouTube channel to like share it with people or not? If you are not agree, I wouldn't do. I have only I have only the part where I asked questions because so our community is like really like being upset about the current state of Juno, and we were really strongly promoting Juno about 2 years ago, and we kind of predicted that Juno will achieve the price of $200 per Juno with accuracy of 99% to 2024. And now I see how you shape the future of Juno, its current state, and this is really good thing. It's not no price speculation. It is just like our expectations. It was like 2 years or like 3 years ago. I don't remember. We validate Juno since its genesis, so we were able to speak whatever we wanted to. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course, these kind of price prediction are always a little bit risky to do. But I can say one thing. I know Posthuman since a long time, and I know what the values of your community are. And if you were shilling, let's say, Juno 2 years ago, now you have even more reason to shill it, because Juno completely agrees with all the post-human values about decentralization, freedom of speech, and basically treat everybody in the same way. So
absolutely.
Yeah, the price is a little bit down. I mean, not a little bit, 99% down now. But it's not only about the price. It's also about what we are doing.
Aren't we for the tech here?
Of course.
Add to with your question, we actually publish the recordings. You'll have a full high quality soundboard recording of this available to you in the communications point channel in probably the next, within 10 minutes of the recording being stopped when this meeting is over. So you don't have to use your own recording if you want to take the entire thing.
I don't think it would contain the also the chat box.
Oh yeah, sorry, it wouldn't contain the chat box, but the chat box doesn't disappear.
I also would like to mention that I feel pretty good at doing content, so I don't want to shield myself. Just want to say that the recording should be good. If it won't be good, I will use the recording in communications, and yeah.
Great. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for these interesting questions and also feedbacks. I guess if we don't have anything else to discuss, we can close the current meeting. And just FYI, next week I will be in vacation, so I will not attend any other meeting. So if council wants to have one, there will be an alternative from operations department. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for asking all the questions. They were great. Appreciate the engagement.